Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
0 right now. Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that is, that's a chilly start. That's the coldest start we've had, right, since fall started?
Yes, sir.
This is the first time I had frost on my windshield.
Well, it's good you didn't wear a mini skirt to work today on a cold day.
Yeah, no, I definitely dressed for the occasion because I.
Yeah, you go. There's no in between with you. You went from a sundress yesterday or mini skirt or whatever that was to toque. You got full toque on today.
Oh, you're
I'm
like-
surprised you're not wearing your Hudson Bay parka.
Oh my
like,
God!
Right.
You have a toque on.
Right to the
Well,
winter
because
fashion.
after the show, our company is doing like this thing where you can help like volunteer to plant trees. And so I'm going to leave the show a little early today to go plant trees.
Okay. So it's
I have to
17.
dress for the occasion.
17 degrees for a high today. I didn't see anywhere in here where it called for a toque.
Is it toque weather today?
Well,
Watch
I
out
just
for
want to
that.
make sure I'm not going to freeze to death.
When does exposed skin freeze? Is that
Oh
like, what is
my
that, 25
God.
minutes?
Am I going to
2
be
hours.
sweating?
Exposed skin will freeze in 3.5
I don't know.
hours.
I have no idea what your body is going to be doing at 17 degrees, but I just know that most 17-degree days, toque's not in the equation.
Joe, you can freeze.
I
You're just
understand.
planting trees.
Where are you planting trees this morning? Siberia?
In the Antarctic. No, a park. I don't know what park it is.
Okay. Actually, you should be okay.
And
Okay.
you gotta leave at 9:30. So did you bring like what happens? You get shovels and stuff. Like
They
thermos
provide
with soup?
everything. Although we were told to bring work gloves, and I don't do.
Why didn't you
I
tell
do
me?
not own work
Joe,
gloves.
Joe's work gloves. So do I.
Our
Yes.
friend Missy in the office is bringing me a pair.
Oh, okay.
She's probably she's ready to go. She seems like someone who's planted trees before.
Absolutely.
I don't know that for a fact, but
No, she did. She
Yeah.
said that she's done this before.
Okay.
No, that'll be a fun day for you.
Yeah.
Those usual work events are pretty good for culture, right? They get staff together and...
What kind of tree? Is it shrubs? Is it a tree? Like, what are we looking at for a tree? here?
I'm imagining there's like just a small tree.
Yeah.
I don't think we're
A
planting
sapling
like
or whatever they're called?
huge pine trees or anything. We're not drilling massive holes in the ground.
So you now have experience. If I need some help in the yard, you will have
Yeah.
experience coming over doing some tree work.
I'll do yard work.
You'll do some yard work. Yeah.
Put me to work. That's the reason why I'm going to do this is because like as an apartment dweller,
You don't
like
get
I
to
don't have
do
a
this
yard to
stuff.
tend
No,
to.
no.
So it's exciting for me.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to wait. If this is the outfit, I'll wait till it's about minus 20 before I call you for some help.
Philly Joe Kirby
Philly Joe and Kirby.
podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Call the Bone phone 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Hello, PJK. I want to throw a shout out to your music director or whoever came up with the idea of highlighting a band every week, playing extra songs. You two is this week. Excellent. Keep on rocking.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fanfare, positive reviews about the music spotlights.
Yeah, Iron Mike and the music department, Ian and the gang have come up with what? The Who, the Beatles so far, U2 this week because Unforgettable Fire turns 40, so it'll be the Sunday Night Vinyl Series play. But I don't even know what's coming up next week. We'll find out on the weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just nice to hear some, stuff that we normally don't.
I got to go down the hall and talk to Ian about his Chicago Bears. Usually on Fridays. Will he be in today, or is that?
No.
I don't know his schedule.
I'll tell you what, man, that Carolina team could be interesting. There might be an upset there.
Well,
He's
come
not
on.
here today.
They got the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, you're welcome for that sidebar. Now on to a traffic tip because it's Friday, and but this one I think has been all week.
Good morning, PJK. Happy Friday. I just have a traffic tip for anybody going to work this morning to avoid Stradbrook by the Norwood Bridge. There is some construction happening that is causing some major delays, bumper-to-bumper traffic from literally 6 in the morning until 10:30 at night. If you cannot avoid the area, I am so very sorry that you have to deal with this god-awful traffic. Have a good day. Yeah.
That's nice of him for apologizing
Yeah, no.
on behalf of the terrible traffic in that area.
Well, that stuff leads right on to Main Street, and then you've got the whole bridge project going too, right? So that's been ongoing, yeah.
Guilty. Been a couple of days. I think it's been a couple days.
Boom! Okay, hey, PJK. We're going to the
gala.
Oh my
We're
God.
gala-ing
I'm concerned.
together, and okay, this is it. I just looked. I got lame. I've lost a pile of weight because I've been getting so much fit. But no. I got to get a new suit. I got to get some clothes.
Wow.
I got to get some threads. We got to dress me up, Joe. Did you and Philly go already? Throw my name into the hat. I'll meet you guys somewhere. Let me know you're Italian tailor, because no way am I buying a suit that costs a Gino. But let's meet at Moore's or Tip Top. And then we'll go golfing! Mother.
Oh my! I'm a little worried that he's not going to fit the vibe of the gala.
Well, you know what? I was just sort of looking out for my own dress for the night, but now if I have to make sure I meet with Guilty.
No, you're not responsible. It's your gala, Joe.
Take-
Guilty can get his together.
Take Guilty out. We're all going. Joe's taking Guilty and I out to get a
You
new
started
suit.
it because you said you
Yeah.
wanted to get a new outfit. Maybe you and Guilty. Maybe you should go, Curbs, and just
I'm okay.
help out the guys. No,
Who
just
needs help with their clothes or specifically suits. Let Joe know he is available to take you out and help you with buying suits.
God loves
Are you
Guilty.
a stylist now?
I think so.
A
He's good.
fashion consultant?
I never thought in my lifetime my bucket list included going to the mall with Phil and Gil.
Phil and Gil.
Okay, the hooligan. Again, it's been a couple days since we've heard from him, and he's the victim of more theft.
What?
Can you believe this?
So I was a victim of another crime again. Last Friday, went fishing at Pine Falls. Good day fishing. Get home, backing up the boat in the garage, and going the opposite side, passenger side, to bring down my tongue jack. Some motherfucker stole my tongue jack at the launch. Like, go buy your own tongue jack. So I used my floor jack to release it from my hitch, and then just push it in the garage, and then go spend to like $160, $150 each.
Wow.
But Able Marine had it on sale for $70 plus tax. So, but honest to God, what kind of piece of shit? So now I never put a spare tire lock on. Now I'm gonna have to do that. I'll be setting up a trap for you.
A trap.
And yeah, those numbers that are stolen off my house. Well, it's a cold case now.
Cool.
So I don't know when they were stolen. So I'm not gonna go to my neighbors and go back a month's worth or whatever of data.
The cops got no leads on the.
I would suggest maybe getting a doorbell. Like the doorbell cameras nowadays are just like, what, $25 on Amazon?
I'm going to suggest, Kirby, because you're on the board with Crime Stoppers, that you open up your own file. That's two different incidents for the hooligan right there. His files are starting to pile up.
I'm going to be honest. We got a little more serious stuff on the go.
Wait a minute.
Project Tongue Jack?
Yeah.
Really?
You know what? I'll pass it along.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's all you can
yeah,
do.
I'll bring it up at the next meeting.
Shoot it up the ladder.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. It's next Thursday. We're doing something called the CITI 500. We have 500 dozens, 500 boxes of Krispy Kreme fresh donuts. They're going to get picked up at 5 o'clock in the morning at Krispy Kreme on Sterling Lion.
Yeah.
That city vehicle will be driving out to Northeast Winnipeg, Transcona. Set up at the Canada Inns Transcona parking lot, and by 6 o'clock for $15, $3 off the suggested retail price. They're going to be on sale. You can pick up a fresh dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts and support a Silo mission. Pay for them right there on the spot in Transcona and take them off wherever you might go. All the proceeds, every dime, will go right to Silo Mission in time for Thanksgiving.
Well, and as things get, cooler outside, I know that organizations like Silo Mission really rely on, that money and donations to help people. So, yeah, this is going to be a great time to come out and help us raise some money.
You are right. And it's been a hot topic out in Transcona about Krispy Kreme being so far away.
Of course they would feel left
Because
out.
my truck, literally, it starts to rattle if I go past Plessy's. So I know to go to Canada in Transcona, I do have to go past Plessy's, but not very far. So we don't like to go too far. And the idea that Krispy Kreme is so far away, it hurts Transconians' ability to get Krispy Kreme. So this solves that issue.
Is your truck kind of like a grocery cart that has like one of those locking mechanisms if you take it too far away from the parking lot?
Absolutely. I don't.
That makes sense. That's why a lot of people in Transcona don't leave. I get
That's
it.
right.
I
Works the
understand
same
now.
way as his ankle bracelet does with the law.
Oh, I thought that had something else to do with it. Your home arrest.
This is going to be great, though. Seriously, for Silo Mission, just in time for Thanksgiving. The City 500 dozen donuts. Gotta go. We don't stop till they're all gone. And every dollar will go right to Siloam. $15 a dozen. You can't beat that price in Manitoba.
So start planning now, whether it's with your foreman, Wally, if that's his name, Linda at the office. Doesn't matter. Start planning on who's bringing in. This is like a 4 dozen kind of day where you look like a hero. Or whatever, but start plotting it with your coworkers.
I'll tell you right now, if you can write them off for the company, you buy 4 dozen, keep 2 in the back of your truck, nice and fresh. You take them home, 2 inside, everybody wins.
That's bang, you nailed it, Joe. All the information at 921city.ca.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
That's actually pretty funny. Kirby?
Yeah. I just figured if we had to create graphic T-shirts for each other with sayings, what would your most used phrase be on that T-shirt? So if I was creating a T-shirt for like Joe, I think the first thing that comes to mind that I hear him often say is, "Let me tell you something."
Listen.
Listen. Listen, yes.
And then on the back of the shirt, let me tell you something.
Those are both good. Bottom line comes
I
up
think
a
I
lot
use
with you,
it, yeah.
too.
The bottom
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
Yeah, well,
I like the front and back idea, though.
At the end of the day.
listen, ...
There's a lot of...
I'm telling you something.
I think listen, though. Listen.
Listen.
And you better friggin' listen when Joe drops one of those on you. Listen. Not that Kirby does most of the time, but...
I do listen. It's just whether or not I take into account the advice being dished out.
Kirby's shirt would be as a woman.
Yeah, that's good for one. Yeah.
Or just as a blank, because that comes up a lot. As a vegetarian. As
that's
a.
true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yep.
Several
I'd go with that.
Yeah.
And then Phil?
Yeah.
Yes. We've already said, though, that those would sell.
You know how you do it size-wise? It's on how many yeahs at the end. Like if you want a medium, you get a yeah. And then if you want a large, it's a yeah. And then you get the extra large, you got to add a yeah.
Now
and then
wait.
the double X, then you're into the yeah.
So that's what we think of that each other's shirt should look like. Do you guys, now Joe, you agreed with listen, Kirby, did you agree with as a blank or as a woman, or is there another?
What did you think?
Is there something that I missed that you should have?
Oh, I'm sure there's many things you could probably put on a T-shirt that I've said. Somebody on the text line said, "In this economy."
Yeah, that's a classic, Kirby. Yeah.
Living my best life. Like
Yeah.
you got to extend the letters on some of the words.
Live, love, laugh.
And I think they should make it like the
Love,
old
laugh,
Frankie
Phil.
the old Frankie Goes to Hollywood shirt. You know, the big super font that said relax?
Yeah.
Like the big font. I'd love it.
Oh, my. Yeah. I mean, what else? Barely surviving, but thriving.
Thriving
Thriving's a
probably
good
has
one.
to be in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put this on the pile with the buddy shirts that are still
I'm
waiting.
still working on the store.
They're
I
waiting.
told you.
Budget
buddy. You got to get buddy.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
PJK Extra on the podcast, Philly Joe and Kirby. And Kirby, you brought up a very interesting conversation on the program on Friday, and it was if you were to get a shirt made with your most popular slogan, like the phrase or the slogan that comes out of your mouth the most, what would it be? And for me, it was very easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe?
By the way, the yeah shirts, the bigger the shirt, the more yeahs, like the more A's on the shirt. That's how you distinguish the size from medium, large, extra large to double.
That's amazing.
And I think we should just stick with the 3 yeahs because that's the OG Philly saying.
If you're wearing a double XL, I give you a little extra.
Yeah. You got to expand.
I think it works.
Okay.
I think it works.
Of all people who adds vowels to words, how can you be taking the one out of Phil's?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know if my spelling on my shirt is going to be accurate.
Well, Buddy is going to have about 14 Y's on it, and that's definitely one of yours.
That's
Buddy.
true.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Or thriving.
Yeah, or
Both would work for
It's
Kirby.
my vibe. That's another one of yours.
Or not my vibe.
Or not my vibe. Well, you got to have both options.
Yeah.
Available. Mine's pretty simple. It'll say listen ... on the front, and on the back, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's when you hear that from Joe, it's time for some advice. I remember the first time, I knew Joe, but the first time we actually had a bunch of times to spend together and talk, it was Royal Sports.
Yep.
I was doing it on location for another radio station.
Yep.
Than Joe was working at the time, and we talked, and he gave me so much advice that day, and I wish I kept track of the amount of times he said, listen, and let me tell you, because it was a lot,
Probably
but it was
a lot.
great. It was great.
You dish it out like a
That's the bottom
restaurant
line,
over
Phil.
there.
That's another one of mine I like to
That's
use.
the bottom line, yep.
But
I'm not gonna lie. That's it.
I'm not. Do I say that one
yeah,
too?
we all do. I'm not gonna lie.
I am going to tell you this. I'm still working on the retail outlet.
See,
And
I am going to tell you this.
I'll tell you this. Yes.
I know you say it.
Okay, I'm just going to make a few phone calls. Get this retail outlet going.
We got to because we still got the Buddy shirts that got to come out. Buddy 1.
Well, you're going to get,
Buddy
I think
9.
we start with Buddy 1 through 10 and then see which ones are really red hot sellers. I think Buddy 1 is going to be really good. Buddy 2, I think Buddy 8, I'm not going to order too many of the Buddy 8s.
Well,
you know what I mean?
that's Phil's
He
category.
moved up, though.
Well,
8 to 9.
he
I
is
can't
8.
believe that I jumped one spot from helping you change your tire.
Well, listen,
how
Phil.
is that even
That's
possible?
true.
That's like some team that's ranked 10 in college football and they go beat Alabama on their home field and they move up one spot. No way,
Listen,
they would move up like 6 spots.
100%.
As Joe would say, listen.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. You got to learn how to walk before you run. And you're just going on a little nice walk up to number 8 from number 9.
I'm just dipping my toes in
I'll tell you right now,
Buddy.
you should have been top 5 for that
I
move.
think I
it
can't
was your
believe-
own
Well,
CA
that's a bit
membership.
much. Top
My
5?
CAA.
Cost her nothing.
Who small talked with Juan, the guy who changed a tire? That was me, Buddy number 8, and I'm in there like.
Well, you did tell Juan that we were dating, and it made things very awkward.
I wanted to see Juan's reaction.
Well, maybe
You called
that's
me your old lady. That's why you're at number 8, okay?
maybe that's the other shirt for Phil. It just says my old lady with the arrow pointing on the
I'm sure
shirt.
Stacy will love hanging out with him with that.
All right, we're still looking for budget for all these shirt ideas
Yeah.
and the pop-up store.
We're having this
Right,
come.
budget, yes.
I can hardly wait for the meeting with Iron Mike.
That's PJK Extra.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Hey, what's your name? You've got a name so you can play this game.
The Name Game. Brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort.
It's a game about names, I guess.
4 weeks in a row, we've nailed the name game.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
One for the thumb is what the Pittsburgh Steelers said when they went for their fifth Super Bowl ring. We're using the same motto today.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, you guys.
And you've got 3 of the 4 curbs, so just on a
No,
purse.
I got 2. She got 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're coming off the schneid here and setting the world record today, my friend.
Why you got to point out that my stats are down? This is
I'm pumping you up.
a team effort
I'm
here.
pumping you up.
780
You got 2 of the relatives the last 2 weeks.
That's a good point. So I am doing things to help the squad, getting relatives.
The squad.
780 City, 780 2484.
Playing Call of Duty right now? Like,
Who's this? Oh no, don't tell me who's
Oh,
this.
yeah, no
I
name.
Tried to cheat. Yeah, do you want to play the name game?
I'd love to.
Okay, let's start with your age.
Okay, 22.
Oh, young.
a baby.
Young buck. Yeah. Have you ever played the name game before?
I have not.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
We'll ask you a series of questions, and then, like a magician, we guess your name, okay?
Alrighty.
Are you more of a movie or a TV series guy, or because you're 22, I'll throw like YouTube into the mix? You know, like what do you watch when you got some downtime?
Oh, we're going movies all day.
Okay,
Okay.
good answer. Okay, this came up. This was on the show yesterday for Thursday Throwdown. Are you a cat or a dog person or other? Like, do you get or no pets at all?
I got a dog at home, so just the dog.
Okay. What kind of dog? This is a bonus question.
He's a lab boxer mix, little pup.
Right on.
Aw,
What's
what's
his
his name?
Bandit.
Bandit, that's a nice name for a dog.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, Kirby's turn here.
Okay, what was the last photo you took on your camera, on your phone?
Good one. It's a
I was at
family.
the Bomber game this weekend.
Okay. I was going to say it's a family show.
Bomber picture.
Bomber picture.
Okay, very good. What is one food that you're like, ugh, no, I can't eat?
Okay. Don't hate me on this one.
No, we don't judge.
Stir fry, though. I don't know why, but there's some sauce that I just hate with it. I don't know why.
Stir fry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not the vegetables, it's more the sauce for you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Do you have a nickname?
Yes, but it'll give away my name.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. Do you have a nervous habit that you're aware of?
Pacing.
Pacing.
He likes pacing. 22. You got to get rid of that. You got a long life to live.
I do that on the phone, though. Like, when I talk to somebody, I can't sit down. I have to, like, walk around my apartment.
Always.
Same here. Yeah, I don't sit and talk well.
You don't even like talking on the phone. How much pacing could you be doing?
She said 3.5 hours with her sister-in-law last week.
Could imagine.
It's a lot of walk.
Okay, I'll go first with my guesses. I'm going to say Landon.
No.
Oh, was that close, though? You hesitated.
I mean, it's an out-of-the-ordinary name. I'll give you that.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it start with an L?
No.
Okay, second guess then.
That's a great guess, though, Phil.
Sounds like a bit of a Landon, hey?
Sure. You don't hear that name very often.
How about out of the ordinary? That sort of gets rid of my... I'll just go with Riley. I'd written down Riley.
That's my middle name.
Okay, Phil.
That's what I mean with
Wow.
helping the team out. I never get the actual name, but I always get middle names, relatives. Go ahead, Kurt.
Wow. Way to go, man.
For some reason, Hayden or Jaden is coming to mind.
No.
Okay. Chase.
No.
That's a good guess, though.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Chase was a good guess for a 22-year-old out of the ordinary.
I
Likes
don't
dogs.
know why, but Kirk.
Nope.
Was that close? There was that...
No, 2 syllables.
Two
Two syllables. Well, if the middle name's Riley,
that's what I always
you
think
gotta
about.
hope, and the nickname comes from your name. Wow. 2 syllables. Devin.
That's the closest it's been yet.
Oh, Devin. Now,
Devin's close.
Is it because there's a D there? Is it
might be.
starts with a D? Devin is as close as we've been.
Dylan.
No.
Dominic?
No.
No, 2 syllables, Kirby,
Okay.
not 3.
I don't know what syllables are.
Damon or Damien?
Damon.
No.
Okay.
Dasher, like the reindeer.
Dancer.
Is there a Dasher?
Yes.
Oh, we can't lose. I feel
No,
like
we
we're
can't lose.
Well, we're Darwin?
No.
David.
No.
No, he said it wasn't common.
Oh, that's
Dexter? They're all coming in on the Boston Pizza text line now. I was named after the TV show.
Diego.
Diego.
Okay, you're gonna
I
have.
watched that growing up.
I can't believe we're gonna lose.
I know, man.
we have-
Welcome to ending our winning streak.
We got the middle name.
What do we got?
Dallas.
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 You know what? There's a reason we hate that football team. But I love the name.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
It's time for the lock of the week. Lock it up. There we go. And just so you know, our record so far 8-4. 8-4 so far with our picks. I'll go first. I'll take the Washington Commanders. Why? Jaden Daniels. The NFL has a new superstar. Well, it's a little early to call him a superstar. Let's put it this way. He is the top rookie so far in the NFL this season, quarterback for the Washington Commanders. They are 3-1. He has looked fantastic, and I see no reason at all why they can't beat the lowly Cleveland Browns, who are an absolute mess, on their home field this Sunday. Commanders paying $157 to beat Cleveland. I will take that all day.
He has been very good under the spotlight so far, which is a highlight, obviously, for the National Football League because we've seen some young quarterbacks fail
that's
so
right.
far. So, yeah, I like that pick. Commanders at home?
Curbs.
Well, I'm going to have to go back to the team that I am a fan of, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs over the Saints.
That's right. The best part about this pick is off air. Curbs.
This
Yeah,
is so good.
I got to ride with my Chiefs. They're struggling, right? They've lost a couple in a row. We're like, no,
No.
they're 4-0. And then
They're even getting calls going their way, actually, in games.
Okay, but what
Every
I
call.
meant is the biggest loss is Travis Kelce was under a lot of heat the last 2 games.
This is the biggest story in the NFL since Tony Romo and what's her name there? Jessica Simpson. And everybody everybody said Romo was distracted because of, and who wouldn't be distracted by Jessica Simpson, much like Taylor Swift. So people are saying that Travis Kelce is not himself because he's not putting up the numbers because of his torrid love affair with Taylor Swift.
That's fair.
And I don't know if that's a fact or he's just getting older.
Well, the thing is she wasn't at the last 2 games.
So he needs her there.
And she
Okay.
actually flew to see him the next morning after he lost last weekend to console him.
He didn't lose last weekend.
Or to console. Yeah,
Because he didn't have a
He
good
was
game.
getting a lot of hate online.
Okay.
Okay? And so I just want to stand up for him and the Chiefs and Taylor Swift.
Stand up. They need you. They do. They're not a...
And I'm going to take them over the Saints.
$136 to beat New Orleans.
Wow.
I like
That's
that.
a bit of a stretch pick. I will say this.
Okay, just a stretch.
Kelsey's got a lot of distractions going on because he's doing a game show now for Amazon.
Yeah,
like
I did see
Prime.
that.
There's a lot going on in that guy's world, so he's not going to have a great year. Okay, that's your pick.
Writing him off for the whole
No,
year?
no, I'm just saying
Like,
his numbers will not be as good as they've been in the past, and he is aging a little bit, but distractions are going to cost him.
We've all been there where you're distracted
100%.
by a relationship. That's what Joe's
Yep,
saying.
on
I
top of
think
it.
relationships make people perform better.
Okay.
But in some cases they do, but in some cases they are distracting. Would you agree?
I just
Yes.
want to win
Okay.
money.
Let's
Okay,
go.
that's
Joe.
all I want to win.
Joe's pick.
I don't know why I like this pick, but I have to believe the New England Patriots at home are going to beat the Miami Dolphins. Miami has had quarterback issues, obviously. They've got great receivers. They can't get the ball to them. But New England is paying $191 at home. To me, that's a good pick. Value pick.
I see that one being like a 15-12, 9-6 type
And
of
it could
game.
be. I know nothing about relationships or what extracurricular thing athletes have going on. I just like the Pats to beat the Dolphins.
You said it's a value pick. Somebody on the Boston Pizza text line said, I got a great value pick.
You do?
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
At $1.36. Okay.
Great value.
Well, siding with Kirby on her pick. I
Absolutely.
love it.
Great
Here we
value.
go. We're making you some money. We got the Commanders. We got New England and the Chiefs.
Woo!
$20.
For more Philly, Joe and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.